Hey everybody, it is Thursday, October 3rd, and I'm just coming back with a quick little update, a follow-up to yesterday's pregnancy update. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath again, but that's the life. So, I had an appointment this morning again with the doctor to check my blood pressure. And like I was saying yesterday, after I came home from yesterday's appointment, I received that phone call. So I knew at that point my blood pressure was going to be still high, if not higher. And things just did not stop yesterday. It was very, very hectic. My plan was to pick up the kids and get dinner and relax until I get them to bed and, try to get some things packed in a bag, just in case. And that didn't happen. So, yeah. And my appointment was basically, I set it for 9 o'clock, thinking I would have a little bit of time this morning, at least to go ahead and pack the stuff. And we had a late start. So I basically had enough time to drop them off at school and get to the doctor. But I had blood pressure check and protein levels check. There was no protein this morning, which was great. And really, it was only trace, but that was enough. Trace was enough to cause some concern, especially with the blood pressure being as high as it was. And I explained to the nurse actually before the doctor came in, and she was checking my blood pressure. And she saw then I was kind of tired and pretty much winded. And she checked it and she said it's high. It's actually higher. And I said, yeah, I kind of figured that. And so I told her what happened. And so she went out and she talked to the doctor, and the doctor came in. And, we just kind of talked about what happened. And I said, yeah, I had a pretty rough day yesterday, even though I didn't go to work like I was supposed to. After I got that phone call, everything pretty much went downhill. And she said, okay, I understand it's a very stressful situation that you're dealing with right now. But she said the great thing is all my labs came back great. So no gestational diabetes, no, the protein was fine. What else? A couple other things. The only thing that was low was my iron, which is normal. I've always been anemic even when I wasn't pregnant, but it's just, pretty much now really low. So she started me on some iron supplements. And as far as my blood pressure, the plan was to go ahead and send me to the hospital. But given, the situation, she said she's basically going to monitor me weekly, and we'll just go from there. But she also started me on medication. So I have to take medication, blood pressure medication, 3 times a day, and that should alleviate the high pressure. And of course, if it doesn't, that's when she's going to go ahead and send me over to the hospital to be admitted. So the plan now is I'm still on bed rest. That's the thing. She said that's the most important thing is I have to stay on bed rest. My activity level, especially with the stress I'm dealing with, has to be really, really zero. Of course, that's impossible, but I understand what she's saying. It's just really critical to not be doing anything out of the ordinary. So, or pretty much anything ordinary. I just need to sit down, chill out. So that's where I'm at today. Happy that I'm not in the hospital, and I hadn't even told the kids because yesterday was just so chaotic, and they pretty much started stressing me out by the time I picked them up from school, just over the little arguments they were having. So of course I didn't want to tell them in that situation, but I had to tell them about the brother and how he was doing. And so I received a phone call this morning as I was going into the doctor from my ex-husband to find out if the hospital had called about him because they need to talk to me. So I have all the information, and I didn't get a chance. That was my intention to call yesterday, and I didn't get a chance with everything going on. It just got too hectic, and we had a late night with the babies. They wouldn't go to sleep, so I could not find time to actually make that call. But after I record this video, I'm going to call out there and talk to them and see what they recommend. But I did speak to my ex-husband again after I left the doctor, and basically his reaction to what's going on is, well, in response to my son, he says my son wants to come home, and he really doesn't know what to do. And I said, well, put yourself in his shoes, regardless of how you really feel about him and how he ended up there, the situation around it. Think about that. And I said, put yourself in his shoes, how he's feeling right now. It was just not the ideal way to remove him from his environment like that. It wasn't the best idea. Like we said, summertime was fine, and he comes back, and everything is, he's going back to school and things like that. I said, but he's basically being kept away from me and everybody else, no contact. So he's, kind of freaking out. And I said, at this point, normally when something like this happens with him, he's going to keep acting out until he gets his way. And I guess that's the problem that they have been experiencing, the times that he is at home with him for those 2 days a week. He's been having a real hard time with him. And for the person that is actually taking care of him, like I said, which is the girlfriend's son, this young man happens to be only 19 years old. So basically a teenager is taking care of my son. It's becoming overwhelming for them because they see that, my son has a lot of needs that they can't meet. And that was my whole concern for him being with his father in the first place. He wouldn't be able to meet those needs, whereas his father was saying the same thing. He felt that I was overwhelmed and couldn't handle him, when actually he had a whole support team here. So, I had to explain to him, I said, look, for 4 months, he did awesome. Once we actually got him on the right track, he was doing great, and we knew that he would relapse. And it, was probably going to be pretty hard. But that was something we expected and we were prepared to deal with. And I said, so him getting in trouble in April, that was his relapse. But for 4 months, whereas we were used to him getting in trouble, every other week or so, sometimes a couple times a week. So that was great for him to make it that long. But he, just reacted negatively, saying, I sent him to juvenile hall when actually that wasn't the case, and even when he was there and the judge asked what did I want, I requested that we get more help for him and more support for him if they wanted to send him home with me right then. And it would happen except for his father called and begged the judge to let him, come get him. And he didn't realize that he actually needed that support system that he couldn't offer him. So, like I said, the plan now is I'm going to call and talk to the doctors and see what they suggest, which probably, the best thing for him, they're going to say, is to bring him back home and get him plugged back into the health that he had, because it would be easier to do it that way than to start him all over on treatment and then go through that trial and error period, because it had been about 6 months to a year before we actually got it down. We actually knew, had the diagnosis and got, started the proper treatment. So, this little relapse shouldn't set him back too far if we get him back here and, set him back up. And his dad is now willing to bring him back. He says that he won't be able to bring him back until Thanksgiving, which, that would be a great time, because he would only spend a couple of weeks in school when they really wouldn't be doing anything, and then he would have that couple of weeks break before they went back to school. So it would kind of be like a fresh start for him, and he's going to go to a new school. So that's the bad part, because this means it's his third school, but he wouldn't be able to go back into KIP if he came back next year. He would be eligible to get back in, but they've already filled all the slots for the school, and right now it's waiting list status. So I put him back on the waiting list because that was my plan all along, to have him go back there. So, I feel pretty good about that, just knowing that, bringing him back is really the best option for him for his future. His dad is also talking about moving back because he sees the impact of him being gone and not being able to regularly visit the way he wants to, because basically it's every 3 months, maybe for a weekend, if even the whole weekend. And that's not what he wants. He wants to be actively involved to where he can be here and pick him up from school and take him to school and things like that. So we'll see. That's his call. And all I can say is hopefully, things will work out for him. Let's see, what else? I have to turn off notifications. So yeah, pretty much now at this point, I'm just gonna kind of take things day by day and have a short list of things to do, make more progress, get these bags packed. I actually had not packed the baby's bag because I ordered a new diaper bag and it just came last night, so, or yesterday. So I was kind of waiting on that. I have other ones, but I just since I got this new one, I just figured I might as well use it and see how I like it. Hopefully I like it, and I will come back and make a show you guys what's in the bag. It's gosh, what is it called? From the Bumble collection. It's a rather pricey bag. It's around $100, and that's kind of standard for the bags that I have. A little more than maybe a couple of them that I have, but pretty standard. I usually spend $150 anyway for diaper bag. So, but something a little different and different color. It's a really pretty bag, and I'm just excited. So I'll be able to, haven't even opened it, but I'll be able to get that packed and get my stuff packed, and then focus on just getting the house more in order. I'm going to have to set my nesting motion in effect, because it's not there yet, but obviously I don't have time to wait for that nesting instinct to kick in. So that's my plan, to just kind of make sure that I can get things a little more streamlined if I can, but not really stress about it if I can't, because I know even if I don't, things will run fine. I just don't want to come back to a total mess. What else? I can't really think. I have fall consignment event coming up this weekend, and of course I should not be going, so I'm really leaning towards not going. I just kind of think it may be best that I don't go. I just kind of have this feeling that I'm not going to find anything this year. So I'll probably just lean towards online, eBay, things like that. They only need, a few more things, and that's really Son. Like I said, he's the hardest one because he's in a size 5 now, so it's really scarce for him. But that'll give me something to do, to pass some time while I'm sitting here. What else? And I guess continue to work on a menu, or work on getting some things cooked up. I know I can pretty much manage to cook things without actually standing there. Like I said, using a crock pot, I can get some things cooked up and just start freezing things. And that way we don't have to worry too much about different activities and things like that, because I haven't really kept up with the with the calendar and the chore chart, it's kind of gone by the wayside again. Um, just being so busy. But that'll help the girls because it seems like every week they are taking on more and more activities, and I'm having to talk to them about scaling things down. You know, things are kind of getting out of control, and I'm getting, you know, a lot more tired. So, you know, I hate to kind of limit their activities, but they have got to pick and choose what it is they want. Excuse me, to do. Oh boy. And that way I'm not running around. It's like, especially this week, these couple of activities, rehearsals are, you know, basically a drop off and a pick up, and it's right at dinner time. So, you know, if I don't have anything made, then I have to hurry up, and that's just not what I want to do. So, yeah, I just want to get some things done, and then basically watch the girls in the kitchen and make sure they actually know what they're doing. They still have a lot of questions about different meals and how to prepare them. So I'll make sure they know how to measure everything right and know the proper temperature. And that's another thing they have a hard time gauging. Temperature, everything turns out they want to cook it on high, and we just can't have that. So, but yeah, on another note, I have got to go to the grocery store, so I'm thinking I probably won't do that until Saturday. I know I've got some laundry. I've got especially some diaper laundry that I have to do. Excuse me again. Today, or actually tomorrow. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I've done enough today. So I try to do like one thing a day if I have to go out of the house and things like that. But let's see. The good thing, I did manage to stop at the store yesterday and get some things for my own bag because I didn't have like toiletries and things like that. And so I did have about an hour to stop at the store. So I have that stuff ready to go. You know, basic stuff, slippers and things like that, you know, that I didn't have extra toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, you know, that type of thing. Because still, again, I never know how long I'll end up staying, and I just ended up getting full-size things rather than travel size because it'll probably be extended hospital stay. So that's a plus. I don't have to worry about that. It's just a matter of putting stuff in the bag, and I will do, I don't know, maybe I'll pack it up and come back tomorrow and do what's in my bag, my hospital bag video. And I think there may be just one or two things that I don't actually have that I know that I want in there, and like some snacks and stuff. Of course, that won't be in there. I'll just have to kind of improvise on that. But other than that, like I said, I'm just happy to be still at home, and I want to thank everybody for all their prayers and all their support. It really does mean a lot, and I want you guys to know that it takes a lot for me to have to, you know, come on here and open up like this. I mean, it's really, it's a really touchy subject. It's really personal, but I don't mind because I enjoy you all, and I feel that you all are, genuine, and enjoy hearing about my family life and, raising kids. Um, and that's just, the relationship I was looking for when I sought out YouTube videos, just to be, come on and be completely honest and real, and just tell, my story and struggles and crises and, like I said, tragedy. I guess it's not really a tragedy, what's going on. I just couldn't think of crisis. But, at the same time, it is, kind of tragic, given his age. So, I just, like I said, I appreciate the support, especially everybody that's, 100% behind me and, following, and not just subbing just to get in my business, that kind of, I know cyber world, sometimes people just want entertainment, but I hope to be a help, for somebody, not just, I want to get on there and find out her business, that's not me. Yeah, I'm not just, somebody you just look for entertainment. I'm not trying to entertain. I'm just, like I said, telling a story and hopefully touching somebody in some sort of way. Somebody might be out there like me looking for same kind of support and just not really knowing how to reach out, or not knowing how to get started. They may want to make videos themselves and just not really know, or just afraid to be judged. But yeah, that's cyber world. I just, I haven't received any type of negativity on here, and I'm not going to tolerate it. Simply if I say something you don't like, just don't watch, don't subscribe. But I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm real. Nobody's paying me anything to do any of this. It's just, from my heart. Yeah. Let's see what else. I guess that's about it for today. I can't think of anything. I had thought of all kind of stuff yesterday after I recorded the video. But, yeah. Like I said, if you want to friend me on Facebook, just send me a comment and let me know your Facebook name, and I'll let you know how to friend me. And you can also follow me on Instagram at MochaMommy7. I do kind of post on Instagram sometimes. Sometimes I forget. But I am on Instagram, and I do, pay attention to messages and things like that, comments. So, yeah, MochaMommy7 on Instagram. Anywho, this video is quite long again, and I'm going to end it right here, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.